You keep asking God for blessings, but you ignore the hints and signs He sends through Archangel Michael. A financial shift was assigned to you. Now you have minutes to claim it. This is not for everyone. This is for the one who has been crying out to heaven, the one who has whispered desperate prayers in the dark of the night, the one whose tears have been seen though no man notice. This word comes not by chance, but by divine interruption. For heaven has chosen this very hour to remind you of what has already been released into your life. You keep asking, you keep pleading, but what you seek is not waiting to fall from above. It has already been spoken, already been released, already been written into your destiny. The question is not whether God has answered. The question is whether you have discerned the signs. In this very moment, Archangel Michael has been dispatched, carrying whispers of divine instruction, leaving subtle yet undeniable hints along your path. Yet, many have been ignored. Many have gone unseen because the weight of financial stress, the noise of doubt, and the pressure of time have clouded your spiritual vision. You have cried for breakthrough, yet overlooked the very signals of breakthrough sent directly to you. Still, heaven is merciful, and heaven is patient, but heaven also moves in seasons. Beloved soul, you are standing at a crossroads. You are standing in a moment where the next choice determines the outcome of the promise. Minutes, not days, remain before the shift presses into full manifestation. Do not think lightly of this hour. The Spirit calls for stillness, for obedience, for the opening of your inner ear. You must stop striving long enough to perceive the whisper, for the whisper carries your instruction. If ignored, the blessing lingers without landing. If received, the shift manifests suddenly. The heavens are pressing. Time is narrowing, and this is your signal. Either you rise in awareness or you remain circling the same mountain. This is not a message for the crowd. This is a call for the chosen. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now activated. Hear this clearly. The heavens do not move without intention, and this word has not been released without divine purpose. The voice that speaks now is not coincidence. It is not accident. It is not chance. It is appointment. Archangel Michael himself has been commissioned to deliver this instruction to you. For you are one who has been marked, one who has been sealed, one who has been chosen for a shift so profound that even the powers of darkness tremble at its approach. Beloved soul, you must understand, heaven does not waste words. The fact that this message has reached you in this precise moment is the undeniable evidence that heaven has leaned toward your situation. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. Your cry has been heard at the gates of eternity. And now, the response comes not in delay, but in urgency. Within the next sunrise, the signs will appear clearer than ever before. Within the turning of the next day, confirmation will come. And it will not come as a whisper you can easily ignore. It will come as a sign that demands your attention, a sign that will shift the direction of your financial path. Do not think lightly of this. Do not dismiss it as ordinary. Heaven has interrupted your path to deliver this word, because the weight of your financial destiny cannot remain locked any longer. You have prayed. You have fasted. You have wept. And now, the heavens are responding. Yet hear this warning. The response does not come as a bag of coins falling from the sky, nor as a sudden miracle dropped in your lap. It comes as alignment. It comes as instruction. It comes as an opportunity that your spirit must recognize. This message is not for the many, it is for the few. It is not for the crowd, but for the chosen. You know who you are. Because as these words reach your spirit, something within you stirs. A trembling begins in your heart. A knowing whispers inside your soul, "This is for me." Do not resist that stirring. Do not argue with what you feel. For the Spirit of the Lord says, "You have been weighed, you have been tested, and you have been prepared. Now is the hour of your release." Archangel Michael has been dispatched, not only as a messenger but as your shield. For as the heavens open a window of financial release, the forces of darkness rise to block, to confuse, to distract. That is why you have felt resistance. That is why you have felt delays. But hear this, Michael, the warrior of heaven, has drawn his sword. He stands at your gate, guarding the release that is assigned to your name. The fight has already been waged, the victory already secured, but you must now align yourself in obedience and stillness to receive it. This is the invocation of your moon. This is the announcement of your shift. Do not walk away. Do not let distraction steal this hour. For heaven says, the time is short, the moment is now, and the release is at hand. Type Amen to get blessings 1414. The covering of Michael surrounds you now. There is a reason your spirit has been restless. A reason your nights have felt longer than your days. A reason you sense movement, but cannot yet see the full picture. The truth is this: heaven has been shifting things around you, but the world around you has also been watching. The unseen realm stirs, and in the shadows of your circle, whispers have begun. People around you may not fully understand what is happening, but they can sense that something in you is changing. They feel your atmosphere is different. They cannot explain it, but they sense it. And in their confusion, they question, they gossip, they speculate. This is why you have felt resistance from unexpected places. The ones who once supported you now seem uncertain. The ones who once celebrated you now appear distant. Some smile at you while silently envying the glow of transformation resting upon your spirit. They do not know the depth of your prayers, nor the tears you've sown in secret. They see only the surface, a stirring, a difference, a change they cannot name. But you know what it is. You know heaven has been pressing you toward breakthrough. Yet here is the mystery. If you are not discerning, the very restlessness within your spirit can be mistaken as doubt, as fear, as discouragement. But in truth, that restlessness is heaven's alarm. It is the shaking before the release. It is the pressure before the birth. Every delay you have felt has not been punishment, but preparation. Every unanswered prayer has not been silence, but strategy. The reason you have prayed and still felt blocked is because the Spirit was arranging circumstances in secret, shielding you from premature exposure, guarding you from stepping into blessing without wisdom. You ask, why does it feel like my prayers bounce back? Why do I see others rise while I remain waiting? And the answer is this: your journey is not like theirs. Your destiny is not measured by their timeline. Heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was protecting you. If the financial shift had come earlier, you would not have been ready to steward it. The discipline of delay was never to deny you, but to develop you. Beloved, let this sink deep. What feels like disruption is divine orchestration. What feels like delay is preparation. What feels like abandonment is actually heaven's secret movement on your behalf. Those around you cannot see it, so they whisper. Those near you cannot explain it, so they question. But within you, the Spirit testifies that something is different, something is stirring, something is pressing. And that something is your assigned financial breakthrough. The mystery of heaven is this: breakthrough never arrives in comfort. It comes wrapped in disruption. It comes dressed in confusion. It comes hidden in trials. Yet for the discerning, those trials are signs. And for the chosen, those signs are instructions. That is why this message has come to you. Not to soothe you with empty words, but to reveal the truth. Your restlessness is heaven's proof that the shift is near. Type "I am anointed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7777 is now surrounding you. And beloved, if this message has stirred your spirit, then hear this with the same weight. When you sow into this mission, you are not giving to a man. You are unlocking a door for someone else's breakthrough. Every word released here goes out like seed, and your support allows that seed to fall into the lives of countless souls who are desperate for light. This is what the Lord says: as you sow, so shall you reap, pressed down, shaken together, running over. When you give, you are not funding a channel. You are releasing oil into the lives of strangers who will rise because of your obedience. I say this plainly: heaven watches the hand that gives into its work, and heaven multiplies it back. So I invite you now. Join the mission through super thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link in the description. Do not delay. Act in the moment of stirring. Your seed is not small. Your seed is prophetic. Heaven records, heaven rewards. Hear this with clarity: what you have faced has not been random. The delays, the blockages, the resistance, they have not been accidental misfortunes. They have been battles waged in the unseen, trials designed not to destroy you, but to test you. For every chosen vessel must endure proving ground. Every anointed soul must walk through fire before stepping into fullness. And your financial warfare has not been about money alone. It has been about your calling, your destiny, your assignment on this earth. The enemy does not rise against the ordinary. Darkness does not waste its energy on those without promise. If you have been targeted, if you have been pressed, if you have been shaken, it is only because heaven has marked you for greater things. The storm you endured was never meant to drown you. It was meant to reveal that you could walk on waters where others sink. The scarcity you faced was never meant to shame you. It was meant to refine you, to make you a steward of abundance when it arrives. And understand this: your financial struggle has not been about lack of resources, but about spiritual positioning. Heaven has been watching how you respond in times of need. When you were tested in lack, did you complain, or did you trust? When opportunities slipped from your hands, did you curse the heavens, or did you wait in faith? Every reaction has been weighed, every response recorded, every choice noted in the books of eternity. Do not think for a moment that heaven has ignored your pain. No, beloved, heaven has been watching with eyes that never close. Archangel Michael has stood guard, observing the schemes set against you, measuring the weight of the pressure, holding back forces that would have crushed you if not restrained. You did not even see the full scale of the warfare. You only felt its residue, but had you seen the fullness of the battle, you would know how much mercy has already been poured over you. The reason your blessing feels delayed is because the enemy recognized your potential. He saw the light upon you, and he tried to dim it. He saw the gates of provision about to open, and he sought to shut them. But what the enemy does not understand is that the testing only purified you. The attacks only strengthened you. The delays only prepared you. Heaven has always had the final word, and that word declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." Hear this now. Your response to conflict is the key to your release. Many ask for blessing, but they faint in the face of trial. You, Beloved, have been pressed, but you have not been crushed. You have been struck, but you have not been destroyed. This is the evidence of your calling. For if you were ordinary, the storm would have consumed you. But because you are chosen, heaven preserved you. And now, the season is turning. What was once warfare is becoming witness. What was once delay is becoming divine timing. What was once testing is becoming testimony. Your financial conflict was never about money alone. It was about proving you're trustworthy with what heaven is about to release. You have passed the trial. You have endured the fire. And now, heaven prepares to open the vaults. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8888 is now active over your life. The Spirit of the Lord speaks. Do not be blind to the urgency of this moment. The weight you feel pressing upon your life is not confusion, it is confirmation. The heaviness in your atmosphere is not punishment. It is the pressure of heaven pressing blessing into your hands. You must discern this hour, for within it, plots are unfolding, movements are stirring, and decisions are being written in the unseen. Yes, beloved soul, there are those who resist your rise. There are those who secretly war against the idea of your prosperity. They may not raise their hand against you in the natural, but in the spiritual. Their envy, their words, their intentions have attempted to delay your shift. You have felt this resistance like invisible chains, like opportunities slipping through your grasp at the last second. Yet understand this. The reason others contend for what is yours is because heaven has already assigned it to your name. And anything heaven seals, no hand can snatch away. But you must take heed, for the season is narrowing. Within the next 72 hours, heaven's timing presses close. The shift that has been delayed is now standing at the veil, pressing against the edge of manifestation. This is not a distant promise. This is not a vague word. This is imminent. The fullness of your financial release is about to pierce through, but it requires your awareness, your readiness, your obedience. Do not ignore the stirring you feel. Do not dismiss the urgency echoing inside your chest. For what you are sensing is not fear. It is divine acceleration. Heaven is saying, get ready, for the hour is near. You have been positioned at the threshold, but thresholds require choices. Will you step forward, or will you allow distraction to steal the moment? There is a mystery unfolding. While heaven prepares to release, the enemy prepares to distract. He will send noise, conflict, unnecessary arguments, sudden temptations, all designed to shift your focus, to cause you to miss the signal. This is why you must remain still, why you must hold your peace, why you must remain spiritually alert. The next hours are crucial. Heaven's timing is exact, and you must not be found slumbering. Do not think lightly of this. The reason the word has come to you in this way is because you stand at a critical crossroad. What you choose now will determine the speed of your release. You can embrace the instruction, stay aligned, and receive what has been pressed into your atmosphere. Or you can ignore the warning, miss the signs, and delay what heaven is eager to pour. The decision is before you. But hear this reassurance. What is assigned to you cannot be stolen, though it can be delayed. Heaven's hand is firm. Heaven's promise is sure. Heaven's decree is final. The pressure you feel is not punishment. It is birth pangs. Unlike birth, once the moment arrives, nothing can stop what has been destined. Beloved, open your spirit. Lift your eyes. Stand ready. For within this window, the release is pressing close. The vaults of heaven are opening, and your name is written on the scroll. Do not falter now. This is the warning of heaven, and this is your hour to stand ready. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1919 is now covering you. Beloved, hear this counsel carefully, for in this hour the greatest weapon is not your striving, but your silence. Heaven is moving on your behalf, and Archangel Michael has already unsheathed his sword to defend what is assigned to your name. But in order for the battle to be won, you must learn to rest while heaven fights. Do not let your mouth expose what your spirit carries. Do not let your emotions betray what heaven has hidden. For in stillness, you are shielded. This is why the Spirit warns. Do not explain yourself to those who cannot understand. Do not announce prematurely what heaven is still unfolding. For not every ear is a safe place. Not every heart is aligned with your rising. If you reveal too much too soon, you invite resistance that was never meant to touch you. The enemy works through whispers, and silence disarms him. Consider this. Many of the battles you have faced were not because of what you did, but because of what you reveal. You spoke your dreams to ears that were unprepared, and suddenly opposition arose. But now, in this crucial moment, you must cloak yourself in silence. Heaven's instruction is clear. Let your progress be seen only when it manifests, not when it is still in seed form. Your silence is not weakness. Your stillness is not inaction. It is divine strategy. It is the shield that prevents premature exposure. As you remain still, heaven wars on your behalf. As you remain silent, the angels move without interference. As you keep your peace, the plans of the adversary fall into confusion. For what they cannot see, they cannot fight. And what they cannot hear, they cannot hinder. This is also why prayer becomes your secret weapon. When you lift your voice in the secret place, the heavens respond openly. When you whisper declarations in the night, angels are dispatched in the day. The Spirit says, heaven fights while you rest. Heaven guards while you trust. Heaven delivers while you wait. So do not be deceived into thinking you must fight with your own hands. No, the battle is the Lord's, and the Lord has never lost a battle. Speak this over yourself. No hand can snatch what heaven assigned to me. No enemy can block what heaven sealed for my name. No voice can silence the decree that has gone forth from the throne. Declare it until your spirit trembles with assurance. For as you speak, your words become fire, and fire surrounds what is yours. Even now, heaven wraps you in a covering. Even now, Michael stands at your side, shielding you from arrows you will never see, defending you from schemes you will never know, holding back storms that were designed to break you. This is why you must remain calm. This is why you must trust the process. The war is not yours. The outcome is not yours to manipulate. The blessing is already assigned. Your only task is to protect it through stillness, silence, and trust. Beloved, you are guarded. You are defended. You are untouchable, for the covering of heaven is upon you. Remain in stillness, for your silence is your shield, and your faith is your fortress. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4545 now covers your destiny. Beloved soul, hear this with clarity. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not forgotten by heaven, and you are not abandoned in your struggle. The battle has been long. The nights have been heavy, and the weight of waiting has made you question whether heaven still sees you. But I stand, as a voice to declare, you are rising. You are emerging. You are being lifted from the shadows into the light of your true calling. The struggle you endured was never meant to define you, but to refine you. Every tear you cried was counted, every disappointment was recorded, and every valley you walked was shaping you into the vessel heaven now requires. You have been pressed, but only so the oil within you could be released. You have been burned, but only so the chains of yesterday could fall away. Like gold in the fire, your faith has been purified, and like wings breaking forth from a cocoon, you are unfolding into your next dimension. You must hear this truth. You are no longer who they think you are. The version of you that people remember, the one who struggled in silence, the one who walked in lack, the one who questioned their worth, that version no longer exists. Heaven has written a new name upon your life. A new chapter has begun, and no one around you can define what heaven has already redefined. The opinions of men no longer hold power over you, for heaven has declared, you are chosen, you are anointed, and you are prepared. Think of this. The enemy fought you hardest when you were at your weakest because he feared who you would become at your strongest. He tried to crush your faith before it could bloom, tried to choke your voice before it could rise, tried to bury your confidence before it could awaken. But he failed. You are still here. You are still breathing. And because you endured, because you survived, because you did not give up when giving up felt easier, heaven has now appointed you for empowerment. Beloved, the shift is not just financial. It is spiritual. It is emotional. It is generational. The power being released over your life now will ripple into the lives of those connected to you. You are stepping into abundance not for selfish gain, but so that others may taste the fruit of your faith. You are being lifted not so you can boast in yourself, but so you can testify of God's power. Your breakthrough is not simply for you. It is for every soul that will see your life and realize that heaven still answers prayer. Do not shrink back. Do not minimize yourself to fit the expectations of those who cannot understand your rising. Walk boldly into the new garments heaven has placed upon you. Stand tall in the authority that has been entrusted to you. For this is your moment of empowerment, and no chain of the past can hold you captive any longer. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are rising, and the heavens rejoice. Type I'm rising in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3030 is now active over your destiny. Beloved, listen closely, for this is the unveiling of mystery, the revelation of why you walked the path you did. You thought your struggle was punishment, but in truth, it was preparation. You thought your delay was rejection, but in truth, it was redirection. You thought heaven had forgotten, but heaven was testing, training, and shaping you into a steward who could carry what was destined for your life. Hear this with clarity. The financial pressure you endured was not a curse. It was divine training ground. Heaven was teaching you discipline, teaching you endurance, teaching you to trust the unseen hand of God when every visible door was closed. While others seemed to prosper effortlessly, you were held back. Not because you were unloved, but because you were too valuable to be released unprepared. Heaven invests more in its chosen, for the weight of their destiny demands refinement. This is why the Spirit now declares, this is your unlocking. This is the moment where doors swing wide, where chains fall off, where resources flow in alignment with your destiny. What you have been pressing toward is no longer far off. It is here. It is near. It is surrounding you, even now. The vaults of heaven are open, and your name has been spoken before the throne. Angels carry records of your endurance, and before the courts of heaven, the decree has gone forth. It is time. Beloved soul, this is not only about money. This is about restoration, promotion, recognition, and elevation. This is about a season where everything still will be returned. Everything delayed will be accelerated. Everything broken will be rebuilt. Heaven has not only remembered you, heaven has recorded you, and heaven has prepared your portion. You will see doors open that were once sealed shut. You will see favor flow in places you were once rejected. You will see opportunities align so perfectly that only heaven could have orchestrated them. You must know this truth. Your name has weight in heaven. It has been spoken, it has been sealed, and it has been assigned. The Father has looked upon your journey and declared you ready. And now the financial blessing that hovered above you, waiting for its appointed time, is breaking forth. You are stepping into your season of abundance, and nothing, no enemy, no delay, no scheme, can overturn the decree of heaven. This is your prophetic revelation. What was trial was actually training. What was delay was divine discipline. And what you thought was loss was actually investment into your strength. And now, beloved, heaven says, rise, for you are recognized. Step forward, for you are approved. Receive, for you are anointed. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 5151 is now activated around you. Beloved, if this revelation has pierced your spirit, then hear this invitation with the same weight. Every time you give, you are not just supporting words. You are fueling a movement of light that breaks chains in the lives of countless others. Scripture declares that those who sow in tears shall reap in joy, and when you sow into this mission, you become part of that prophecy. This is not a donation. This is a prophetic act, a releasing of oil that multiplies back into your own life. I tell you plainly, as you partner through Super Thanks, through membership, or through the PayPal link in the description, you are sowing into eternal impact. Heaven marks the giver, heaven rewards the faithful, and heaven multiplies the seed. Do not delay when the Spirit stirs. Act now, for your giving becomes the bridge for another soul's breakthrough. Beloved soul, the time of waiting has passed. The time of wondering is behind you. Now begins the hour of activation. Heaven does not release blessings without calling forth obedience, and heaven does not send revelation without demanding response. What you do in this moment determines whether the door swings wide or remains closed. The Spirit declares, heaven waits for your yes. For too long, you have prayed with your lips but hesitated in your actions. You have declared promises but doubted in your heart. Now the Father says, this is the time to step forward boldly, not to retreat into the shadows of fear. For destiny is not claimed by the timid, it is embraced by the obedient. You must rise and speak what heaven has spoken, declare what heaven has decreed, and align yourself fully with the path already laid before you. Understand this. Activation requires participation. You cannot simply hear the word, you must embody it. You cannot simply desire the blessing, you must position yourself to receive it. Every step of obedience is like a key turning in a lock. Every declaration of faith is like a trumpet sounding in the heavens. Every act of alignment is like fire that burns away delay. Heaven is ready. The angels are ready. The only question that remains is, are you ready? This is why you feel urgency pressing in your chest, why your spirit feels restless, why your heart knows there is more than what your eyes can see. That is heaven's voice urging you forward. Do not dismiss it as emotion. Do not silence it as imagination. That stirring is the voice of destiny itself, calling you into the fullness of your assignment. Beloved, hear the word of the Lord. You are not called to remain where you are. You are not destined to live in circles of lack. You are not meant to repeat the cycles of your bloodline. I have chosen you to break chains, to open doors, to lift generations. That is why the warfare has been heavy, because your rising is not only for you, but for every soul connected to your name. Now, rise. Speak aloud the promises heaven has given you. Declare boldly that you are stepping into abundance, stepping into restoration, stepping into the overflow. Align your thoughts, your words, your decisions with the decree of heaven. The window is open, the moment is now, and hesitation is the enemy of breakthrough. The Spirit warns, do not wait for another confirmation. Do not ask for another sign. This very message is your sign. This very word is your confirmation. Destiny is not a distant dream. It is a present reality waiting for you to act. When you lift your voice and declare, you activate. When you step forward in obedience, you activate. When you align fully with heaven's instruction, you activate. Your financial shift has been waiting on your yes, and your yes will now break the final barrier. Beloved soul, do not delay. Rise boldly. Heaven waits for your answer, and the earth waits for your manifestation. This is your moment of activation. Type ISAYYES in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 6262 is now unlocked in your life. Beloved, while you wrestled with questions, while you wept in silence, while you walked through days that felt endless, something powerful was already unfolding beyond your natural sight. There has been an exchange taking place in the spirit realm, a divine transaction, a holy negotiation, a sacred movement orchestrated by heaven itself. What you thought was silence was actually strategy. What you thought was absence was actually activity. While you saw nothing, heaven was recording everything. The angels of the Lord, led by Michael, have been standing in the courts of heaven, holding records of your endurance, your prayers, your faith, and your tears. Every sacrifice you made, every time you held on to hope when hope seemed foolish, every time you chose faith when fear pressed hard, all of it was written. And those records have now been presented before the throne. In the unseen realm, debts are being lifted, resources are being transferred, doors are being unlocked. You may not hear it, you may not see it, but the exchange is happening right now. Understand this mystery. While you slept, heaven restored. While you prayed, heaven recorded. While you endured, heaven transacted. This is why your spirit has felt restless, why you have sensed movement in the atmosphere without understanding why. That restlessness is the vibration of heaven's dealings on your behalf. When the unseen world moves, the spirit of the chosen feels it first. Beloved, what you thought was lost has not been lost. It has been preserved. Every missed opportunity, every resource that slipped through your hands, every door that shut before you could walk through it, all of it is being gathered, recalculated, and returned. Heaven does not allow injustice to stand forever. The scales are being balanced, and the weight of what was withheld is now tipping in your favor. The Spirit of the Lord says, while you wept, I counted. While you endured, I remembered. While you remained faithful, I recorded. And now, I restore. This is the silent exchange. What was taken from you unjustly is now being returned with interest, What was delayed is now being accelerated. What was blocked is now being unlocked. You must learn to trust what you cannot see. The greatest movements of heaven are never loud, never public, never broadcast to the world. They are quiet, subtle, silent. Just as seeds break forth underground before anyone sees the sprout, so your breakthrough is breaking forth beneath the surface. Do not be deceived by what your eyes show you. Trust what your spirit knows. Something is shifting. Even now, Michael stands as witness to the transaction. He guards what is being released, ensuring that no force of darkness can interfere. The enemy may roar, but he cannot touch what heaven has sealed. The adversary may whisper lies, but he cannot delay what heaven has decreed. Your portion is secured, your inheritance is written, your blessing is locked into your name. Beloved, the silent exchange is already complete. What heaven has transacted in secret will soon manifest openly. And when it does, it will not only surprise your enemies, it will shock even you. For heaven always returns more than what was lost. Type "I trust heaven" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 7171 is now surrounding your spirit. Beloved soul, hear this clearly. Heaven is a God of justice. He is not blind to what was stolen. He is not deaf to what was whispered against you. He is not unaware of the doors that were unjustly closed in your face. For too long, you have carried the weight of loss and betrayal. For too long, you have watched others rise through deceit while you remain pressed in honesty. But the Lord declares, the time of reversal has come. The scales are being balanced. Justice is being rendered. Do not be deceived. Heaven never overlooks injustice. Every moment you felt overlooked was noted. Every resource stolen was recorded. Every delay caused by the schemes of others was documented in the courts of heaven. The enemy thought he had won when he delayed your blessing. He thought he had triumphed when he manipulated circumstances against you. But what he did not realize is that his schemes only stored up greater recompense for you. For what was taken must now be returned sevenfold. The Spirit of the Lord says, I have seen and I have judged. I have weighed the scales and I have declared the reversal. Beloved, what was lost will not only come back, it will come back multiplied. The doors that closed will reopen with greater opportunity. The resources that were withheld will return with greater abundance. The favor that seemed gone will be restored in double measure. The justice of heaven is not shallow. It is complete, it is overflowing, it is undeniable. Even now, unseen forces are working on your behalf. Angels are uncovering hidden plots, dismantling the strategies of those who wished your downfall. What was spoken against you in secret is being exposed. What was stolen from your name is being returned to your hand. The Lord is not only reversing what was lost, He is exposing the schemes of the enemy so that no accusation will stand against you again. Beloved, you must understand this. The warfare you endured was proof of your worth. The greater the attack, the greater the treasure heaven had stored for you. And now, heaven moves to vindicate you. Every false word spoken against you will crumble. Every chain placed upon your finances will break. Every delay caused by envy will unravel. The Spirit has decreed it, and nothing can overturn it. This is divine reversal. This is justice rendered. This is heaven proving that no tear was wasted, no pain was ignored, no battle was fought in vain. You will rise, not only with restoration, but with testimony. Those who doubted will see. Those who mocked will marvel. Those who resisted will bow to the evidence of heaven's hand upon your life. Beloved, lift your head high. You are stepping into vindication. You are walking into restoration. You are carrying the evidence of divine reversal. Heaven has spoken, Michael has defended, and justice has been served. Type "Justice is mine" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8282 is now surrounding your life. Beloved, hear these closing words with the weight of eternity. You have asked, you have prayed, you have cried out for blessings, and heaven has answered. But the truth is this: the signs were never absent. The whispers of heaven were never far. Archangel Michael has been leaving you signals, guiding your path, stirring your spirit, but in the noise of life, you ignored what heaven was trying to reveal. Yet mercy has prevailed, and this message comes to you in the final hour as both reminder and activation. The financial shift assigned to you is not a dream. It is not an illusion. It is not a distant promise. It is real. It is near. It is active. Even now, the atmosphere around you testifies of it. Even now, your heart knows that something is breaking, something is shifting, something is aligning. You are minutes away from stepping into what has hovered over you for seasons. Do not doubt, do not delay, do not dismiss. This is your moment. This is your hour. This is your divine appointment. As you close this chapter of waiting, walk boldly into the chapter of receiving. Do not look back with regret. Do not hold on to the failures of yesterday. Heaven has already wiped the slate clean. The angels have already sealed your victory. Michael himself has declared protection over your inheritance. You are covered. You are chosen. You are appointed. Nothing can snatch what has been written. Nothing can erase what has been decreed. Nothing can block what heaven has released. So I declare this blessing over you now. You are sealed in peace. You are surrounded in clarity. You are wrapped in divine protection. The financial shift is yours. The breakthrough is yours. The restoration is yours. Rise and claim it, for heaven has already placed it into your hands. You are sealed, you are seen, and you are sent. Now rise and walk boldly into your shift. Type "I claim my shift" in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 9999 is now covering your life. Beloved, before you leave, let me speak this with the same anointing as the word you just received. When you give into this mission, you are not giving to a channel. You are sowing into souls. Every gift released here becomes a torch of light carried into the darkness, igniting hope in lives you will never meet. The Lord declares, "Give, and it shall be given back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." Your support is not just an act of generosity. It is a prophetic seed, a declaration of faith that heaven multiplies. You can sow through Super Thanks, step into membership, or release your seed through the PayPal link in the description. Do not delay in this holy moment. What you release will circle back as blessing, for heaven never ignores a faithful sower. Step into this prophetic act now. Your giving carries eternal weight.